Alright, hello citizens of the Nigelverse. It's Nigel once again, and this is going to be another wrestling review. Because we are in the month of December, not only is it Christmas time, so we're going to have some Christmas movies coming up and later on this week, and then throughout, obviously, the next few weeks, but also, with our wrestling reviews, because I'm not going to make it a full month dedicated to, stuff like Starrcade and stuff, but I am going to throw a couple in there because Starrcade was traditionally a December pay-per-view for WCW, and this match is a significant one, possibly for all the wrong reasons. I'm talking about Starrcade '99, Bret Hart versus Goldberg. Or if you know why already, then you know why you're here. If you don't, you are going to find out. But as always, not professional wrestling reviewer analyst, just a man who enjoys a good time. And I had an okay time with this match. And I'll explain why. Hey, obviously, the moments that we have to talk about it kind of drag it down, but otherwise, it's kind of an okay match. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, if you've seen these reviews of mine before, you kind of already know how this works. If you haven't, I'll be talking about what I liked and what I disliked. Starting with what I liked, I think the action between Bret Hart and Goldberg was fine. Bret Hart, of course, being the technical wizard, and Goldberg holding his own for the most part against Bret Hart, including grapples, including like a full-on like takedown, using his leg to put some damage on Bret's leg, and Bret going after Goldberg's leg as well. Hell, that's one of the stories throughout this match is Bret Hart really softening up Goldberg's leg, obviously for the sharpshooter, which we will get to that. But then, Bret with the hit like the figure four around the turnbuckle, as he often did, and of course the figure four within the ring, and meanwhile, like I said, Goldberg really getting his stuff in as well, using a lot of that power and strikes for the most part. Goldberg, not necessarily a technical master, but was able to hold his own with a variety of strikes and takedowns and stuff. He was kind of athletic for his size at the time, and not uber or athletic as compared to like some of the others, but still pretty athletic, able to use actual takedowns and stuff. Like I guess he learned from that Regal match, so he's able to really hold his own against Bret for the time being. Didn't look too sloppy. Didn't look too bad. But yeah. So there's that, and then I guess what I didn't really like is for starters, I feel like Goldberg got a little too much in, and Bret did kind of get his stuff in towards the latter half and was softening Goldberg's legs up as well. But Goldberg did dominate a portion of the match, which does make sense. It kind of the character of Goldberg. He's not one to really be dominated. He does the dominating, which sounds really weird out of context, but what I mean. But I think it was just a smidge too much, at least for my liking. Maybe I'm alone on that. But then, no more beating around the bush. It's time to address the elephant in the room. That kick. Yes. So Goldberg, and I forgot. Or I should say I didn't realize this was the first time I saw this match in its entirety, but I saw the moments. I didn't know that it was so late into the match, and right before something else that was kind of iffy about this match. And so Goldberg throws Bret into the ropes. Bret rebounds obviously, but then Goldberg hits him with a super kick / like thrust kick. I noticed that when it's smaller guys, it's a super kick. When it's bigger guys, it's a thrust kick. Either that or superstars who don't normally throw a super kick, because everybody does a super kick nowadays. Sorry, Shawn Michaels and gentleman Chris Adams, but But when it's smaller guys or guys who normally do super kicks, it's a super kick. But when it's bigger guys, it's a thrust kick. However you refer to it, I guess it's up to you. But yeah, so Goldberg delivers the thrust kick onto Bret Hart, and Bret Hart gets concussed, and that's ultimately one of the things that leads him to retire the following year in 2000 was that concussion that he got from sustaining that thrust kick. And granted, of course, accidents do happen in the wrestling ring. But Bret Hart got concussed here and hasn't let it go since. Like, even to this very day, even to the present day, Bret Hart still holds disdain for Goldberg, saying, like, Goldberg was a terrible worker and stuff like that. And I think this was one of the major reasons why. And Goldberg, sadly, he, if I'm not mistaken, had injured some people before, and since, including that botched jackhammer to the Undertaker at Super Showdown 2019, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it was pretty bad. Unfortunate accident, but it's a pretty big accident, especially when it cost someone their career. So Brett's pretty much. So Brett's concussed there. Thankfully, the ending is coming up. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So Brett does lock in the sharpshooter. There was two referees. The first referee got taken out, and Charles Robinson came out, aka of course Little Nate. He came out, then he got taken out as well. Oh, and of course this was before the kick and subsequent spear. Goldberg did spear Brett. Another cool moment, and I do have to talk about, is Goldberg accidentally missing the spear and going into the turnbuckle and busting himself open, which not the first or last time Goldberg would do that. Is bust himself open, and of course not the first time that him spearing Bret Hart had gone wrong. At least I think the moment where Goldberg speared the metal plate under Bret. I think that moment happened before this one. I forget exactly, but but nevertheless, Bret Hart has the sharpshooter locked in, and Roddy Piper comes out to replace the two referees. He's Bret Hart locks in the sharpshooter. Roddy Piper rings the bell to give Hart the victory, even though Goldberg didn't tap. Sound familiar? Bret Hart's confused, or at least looking confused, and Roddy's like walking up through the ramp with the championship. Bret tries to stop him, like, yo, what was going on? Would you do that for? And Piper just hands him the bell and just walks off. I promise I didn't mean to do 3 match, at least singular match. I did do the event. I did my review of Full Gear that came out on Friday, so if you haven't already, go check that out. But I also did Survivor Series 97 and Survivor Series 98. At least Brett and Sean from Survivor Series 97, and then all Survivor Series 98. So check those reviews out as well. But I promise, is I absolutely promise I didn't mean to do 3 Screwjob like finishes to a match in a row, but it did happen. So that went down and pretty much a recreation of the Montreal Screwjob. But you can tell this was WCW 99. You can tell this was kind of when they were grasping for straws. Especially, this is when Vince Russo is at the helm, and Vince Russo, of course, wrote a lot of stuff for the Attitude Era and WWF. Tried to bring it over to WCW, didn't really work out. And this was one of the moments, like, it just felt like such a lazy recreation of it for pretty much no reason. I believe Bret Hart turned heel after this. He did appear on TV a couple more times, but I think he did even have one more match even after this concussion. It was just one of the things that led to his retirement. But just that lazy recreation of the Montreal Screwjob was just really annoying. And like I said, I promise I didn't mean to have 3 of them in a row with screwy finishes, but it did go to show WCW trying anything to drum up interest, throwing everything against the wall to see what stuck. Like the wheels were definitely coming off. The wheels were loose this year. They wouldn't really fully fall off until 2000, at least for WCW, but the wheels, you can see, were loosening as they tried to grasp anything to keep interest in the match. It just so happened that this was it, and they really chose wrong. But really, that and it's more of a hindsight thing with the kick, but just that double whammy of boom, Bret Hart gets concussed versus super kick, and then boom, this annoying recreation of the Screwjob finish. Yes, WWE's revisited the Montreal Screwjob several times after before. Heck, they did it the very next year at Survivor Series '98, and usually it is pretty annoying, yeah, when WCW was doing it as well, it was just as bad and annoying. Like, it's something that really didn't need to happen. If anything, the match does kind of suffer because of it. It's kind of like, they just used it for a Montreal Screwjob recreation. The fact that Bret wasn't in on it was kind of interesting, yeah. So, yeah, that's the match, and that's how Bret Hart got concussed. So now you know not only how Bret Hart's career essentially ended, but now why you see all those memes of Bret Hart having such disdain for Goldberg that he still carries to this day. Will they bury the hatchet eventually? Who knows? But yeah, I guess the grass wasn't always greener when it comes to Bret Hart going to WCW. But nevertheless, that's going to do it for this review. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor. Like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, turn on post notifications so you know every time I upload a video so you can see as soon as it drops. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts on the match and my review. Did you like to select the match? Did you like to select my review of the match? Let me know. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace.